Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. My name is Gurpreet Singh and I am in this area in West Delhi which is known as Sultanpuri. This was one of the worst affected areas in Delhi during 1984 riots. Normally Sikhs are perceived as a prosperous community in India. However, when I visited the area, I was flabbergasted to see the plight of Sikhs in Delhi. In the next 10 minutes, I will walk you through what I saw in this part of Delhi. And I humbly request you to watch this 10 minutes documentary till the very end. As we started to move from Gurdwara Sahib to study the plight of Sikhs in the area, we came across a local park which was being used as a garbage dump. On entering the locality, we come across this old Sikh sitting outside his home in the sun. Cow dung used as cooking fuel was barely 3 feet away from drinking water tank full of algae and flies swarming it. As we move further, we see a Sikh boy studying in class 12th selling tobacco and cigarettes. He told us that he did not have an option. To survive, he had to do it. Most of the Sikhs surveyed did not have access to quality water, toilet and electricity. This small toilet was a common toilet for many families in the street. Nearly all the residents in the area were just surviving. They simply cannot afford to pay for decent food. Generally, most children and women in the area are malnourished. Added to this were the low literacy and employment levels. Garbage dumps littered the streets, and the pungent stench from toilets forced them to use a field as a toilet. Diseases like anemia, tuberculosis, polio, diabetes are common in these areas. As we walk through the area, we are told that nearly every house in one of the streets has tuberculosis patients. Then we met Sardar Ajaib Singh Ji, who is diabetic. He lost both his eyes and his left leg as he could not buy medicines for his treatment. He has 6 daughters who earn about 1600 rupees a month.
किस्सा चल रहा है फिर थोड़ा
जी 2 लड़कियां जानती हैं कम आते जी कोठियां ने कम 1500-1600 रुपए मिल जाता है
लोगों ने कराई काम
Since the homes do not have kitchen, people cook on the streets. Then we met a family where the father had a polio attack about 5 years ago. He is barely able to move. He has 5 sons. One is deaf and dumb. The family income is about 3500 rupees per month. Sikh youths work in factories as labor or as ironsmiths. Nearly all of them are uneducated. The coal that they use in the kilns are all of low quality and cause tuberculosis. They know this but still use it as they want to save money. Vikas Singh is a young Sikh and has been doing this for nearly 10 years after his father died.
ਤੇ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਕੌਣ ਕਰਦਾ ਸੀ ਕੰਮ ਇੱਥੇ ਬਾਪੂ ਜੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਪੜ੍ਹੇ ਹੋ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਪਾਪਾ ਜੀ ਕਿੱਥੇ
Nearby, an old Sikh works hard in the sun when the temperature is touching about 43 degrees Celsius. Families share their home with cattle and cow dung litters the streets. A cursory glance in the area projects the deplorable state of living. The plight of the Sikh children is the worst of all. As in the absence of proper education, they are forced to work with their parents in factories. This Sikh boy lost his father and is now forced to work as a laborer in one of the kilns.
इसमें 200 बढ़ाओ तो 15 रुपए मिलते हैं।
We met a family where a young girl could not be treated because of lack of funds.
इसको छोड़ के कहाँ बाहर जाए कहाँ बस इसका तो हाँ ये छोरी ये इसके पेट की पेट यहाँ है 5 साल हो गए
Overflowing sewers and sewage dumps are a common sight in the area. Sikhs of the garbage infested area of the capital Delhi said, "We don't have a choice but to live in these miserable and insanitary living conditions. We want to live like people, not like a dog or a pig." A drinking water hand pump next to the sewer drain is like drinking sewage water and is an invitation to diseases. The family that we visited next was also in dire straits. Their father had a heart attack and mother was handicapped. Their kitchen is next to the toilet, which stinks like public toilet. The drinking water is stored in dirty pots and cans. Then we visit the Gurdwara Sahib in F block of the area. When we entered the Gurdwara Sahib, we were shocked to see statue of Shivji next to Nishan Sahib. As we enter the hall, we noticed that the paint was wearing off and roof was caving in. Water was dripping from the roof constantly. The Gurdwara Sahib from where we started was in no good shape either. The place of Sukhasan was next to store. Granthi ji's family was living in 2 rooms which were in bad shape and a mess. We were again shell-shocked to see that Granthi ji believed in idol worship.